Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. We are outside today because I'm going to be showing you my stretching routine. This is something that I usually do inside, and I do it before bed or when I wake up, and it's just something that's really gentle and is really helpful if you tend to have a stiff or achy lower back. I am by no means a doctor, so you should really check with yours before trying to do this routine to make sure that they're safe for your body, but these are the stretches that I do every day that really help me. The only thing you'll need is a yoga strap and then somewhere to lay down. So without further ado, let's begin. So I always like to start on one half of my body and do that complete half and then move to the other side. So I begin by doing a really simple hamstring stretch. You'll see a lot of people have a straight leg, but actually if you bend your leg and you get it to the right angle, you can feel it more in your hamstrings and it doesn't put quite as much tension in the delicate area around your knees. So I bend in as far as I need to feel my hamstring, and I make sure that my foot is flexed so that way I'm at a 90-degree angle and I get the maximum amount of tension. Once I've held that for about 30 seconds, then I bring my knee into my chest and I hold that there for about 20 to 30 seconds depending on the day. After that, I move into a stretch that targets the glute area. If you have a tight lower back, chances are you also have a tight glute, so it's always good to stretch that out. So I simply just cross over my leg onto my body and I pull it into my chest, and by moving it either higher or lower, you'll get more or less stretch. Once I've held that for about 20 to 30 seconds, I move into a figure 4 stretch, and this is again targeting the glute, but in a slightly different area. So I just lay down and I cross one leg over the other and use my hands to pull my leg in towards my chest. And this one I really hold for probably about 30 to 45 seconds until I start to feel my leg ease up. And then I just repeat everything on the other side. So again, starting with my hamstrings, then moving into pulling my leg towards my chest to really stretch out the front and back of my leg, and then 2 stretches to target my glutes. Now that my legs have been loosened up a little bit, I move into pelvic tilts. So this is keeping your butt grounded and just tilting your pelvis towards you and then away from you. And this is a really great stretch just to loosen up your back, to keep it mobile, add a little curvature back into it because we do tend to sit or hunch and we lose that natural curve to the spine. So this can feel really good. And I just do it about 5 to 10 times depending on how stiff my back is. I then turn over and go onto all fours with my knees under my hips and my hands underneath my shoulders. And this is where I do the traditional cat-cow stretch, really making sure to arch my back and push through my hands, and then sink my belly down low and scoop my head up towards the sky. Again, this is sort of adding that curve back into your body, letting your back relax a bit and just feel a little bit more at ease after a full day. And I do this probably 3 to 4 times in each direction. And I try and move slowly through the movement so that I don't shock any of my muscles because these are hyperextending motions. Once I finish up my last upward motion, I go down into a child's pose, and this is just a really restorative pose. I either sit in between my knees or sit on top of my knees, and this just really puts everything back into place, and it's a really nice simple stretch. So if you're looking to just do one thing, even this can be really great at just loosening your body and feeling a little bit more connected to what's going on. So after holding that for about 30 seconds, I push back into a downward dog motion. Make sure you relax your head, which is not what I'm doing in this, but that's an important part. You can go down into a partial plank, and then I push up onto my toes into a forward fold, and this is where I work on my calves and my legs again, just to make sure I'm not too tight. I really get into my calves by bending each knee a couple of times. You can even do a deeper 2-bend stretch. So if you bend both of your knees like I'm about to do here, and then straighten, you'll find that you'll be able to reach down a little deeper. If you can't touch the floor without bending your knees, that is totally fine. Don't force it. But if you're really close, all you need to do is use your abdominal muscles to pull your stomach towards your ribs, and then you'll be able to bend over a little bit more. And make sure to always roll up very slowly, and I use my abs to help me on the way up as well as my glutes. Once I reach the top, I do a couple of shoulder rolls in either direction, and that just loosens my upper back a little bit. Even though I tend to be most stiff in my lower back, it's always good to pay attention to your whole body. And then I do one more roll down. Definitely if you're new to them, start slow, but I've been doing them for a while now, so I can go a little bit faster. And that's about it. That is my full stretching routine. I might finish with a neck roll or two, and then I'm all good for bed or to start my day.